So hello people and welcome again to this next class, and today we'll be talking about ADHD related learning difficulties, that is ADRLD. Now this is also new. I told you that yes, one of my colleagues had talked about ADHD and she talked about dyslexia, but I needed to update the information, okay, because it's still under learning difficulty, which I am meant to talk about. So I need to just expatiate on where she stopped. I'm in Prestelma Igwe, the anointed teacher, and welcome to this segment. So, what is ADHD related learning difficulty? One, this affects, we like to say, is a neurodevelopmental condition that affects attention, affects executive functioning, affects impulse control, affects emotional regulation, and this directly affects learning. Because we say, oh, is it not ADHD? ADHD is under mother special need, is not under learning difficulty. No, this is called ADHD related learning difficulty. So all this neurodevelopmental condition, and based on what it is lacking, affects learning. Now, I think I need to move my image here down. Okay, this better. Okay, so now I want to show you the newly recognized groups presentations of ADHD based on the most recent update from DSM FTR 2022 and current neuroscience research up to 2024 to 2025. So modern research now expands ADHD beyond the traditional three types. Those ones we know: ADHD 1, ADHD 2, ADHD 3. Even though it's changed as at this year, beginning of this year, it's upgraded again to ADHD-H, ADHD-P. That you will see on the YouTube video, that on the link you will get for the YouTube video. But this again is an upgraded version. Now the first one is official DSM. Please excuse me your noise. Number one is official DSM-5 TR presentation of ADHD, and this is updated. Okay, so this is a clinical diagnosis, and these are the three formal categories to use for diagnosis, which is ADHD predominantly in an inattentive presentation. That's called ADHD1. The one we used to call before ADHD inattention. Yeah, so that's ADHD-I. The main features, I think you should already know that by now, is if you've gone through your previous class very well with the one my last colleague did. I'm just doing a recap of that. Now we have the one we used to call ADHD2 or ADHD hyperactive. Now it's called ADHD-H. Okay, and then the third one is called ADHD. The one we used to call the combined one is now ADHD-C. So it's not ADHD-I, ADHD-H, and ADHD-C. Okay, so if you're talk like a special guru, a same guru, not the outdated one. The year we upgrade. Okay, so keep upgrading. Now, so the new one I'll talk about now is the newly recognized groups based on modern brain research, 2003 to 2005. Now, these are not yet in the DSM. Okay, so when you do your autism class, you know about what DSM is. That's if it will be included into this because it's part of an assessment. But therapists, psychologists, and neuroscientists now use this one to understand ADHD presentations more accurately, because that 3 is just restricting ADHD. Now we have the ADHD executive dysfunction type, and this is when people start linking it to autism, linking it to whatsoever. So here, the key features, you get the slide. So whatever has been covered, don't worry, I would try. Not that I would try, you will get the slide. Okay, so the key features are trouble planning, starting tasks, completing tasks. Those people that will start tasks and will not complete it, they have the start energy, but they can't complete. Why some have the completing energy, but they can't start. Okay, so prioritizing, they can't prioritize. Okay, this is what I need to do first. So in a day, they can waste a full day without actually achieving anything because they don't prioritize anything. Like, it's based on my mood. Then severe forgetfulness, poor working memory. This child now appears lazy, but the child is just actually struggling with task management, not motivation. See, I'm trying to move my video. I think now I don't really like video. Move it around so that we'll see the words on each slide. Okay, now the next one is emotional dysregulation type. So it's hence that it left the 3 restricted one and is now stretching it out. Key features: big emotions. They are the one that when they get angry, they can break TV. They are the ones that when they're angry with their classmates, they can bust the child's mouth. Unconsciously, when they are done, they are weak. Like, what thing happened? Why? Okay, they have meltdowns. That is the start link. That's why I said people are linking it to autism. It's not autism, it's just ADHD, but the newly revised one. Quick frustration, mood swings, overreacting to small issues, difficulty calming down when they get angry, and it's often misdiagnosed as anxiety. And most times it's even autism, because immediately you just a child in a class like this, it's autism, but on the fact that autism is the trending thing. Okay, so how do you work with children with this? We'll get to that later, but let's just learn about the types. Now, the next one is rejection sensitive dysphoria, which is called RSD. Now, this has to do with extreme sensitivity to criticism. So when you are saying, oh, it's when you talk to a child, when you correct a child publicly, that the child will change, you're making a mistake if the child has RSD. Avoiding situations where they may fail. That is why they didn't want to start at all. You might say, do you know it? They will tell you no. And they already have an hint, but they're just scared to fail. Taking feedback too personally. What you will tell the whole class, they will take it home and say, my teacher said I didn't, and you didn't mention the child. You're talking to everybody. Then the emotional pain from perceived rejection. Now you've not rejected anything. They're the one that when they say, oh, my take, I'm giving this, and you say, no, thank you, darling. You're feeling like, oh, okay. And the child observing. The other child come to give you that same thing or give you something similar. You say, thank you, and you receive that thing. Just because maybe you just wanted the class to calm down. They have no understanding of that. So immediately, they click that this person is rejecting me. And immediately, they start detaching from you and start hating you for no reason. So this type affects relationship and school functioning deeply. Okay, it affects school functioning deeply. Now, the next slide is sluggish cognitive tempo, that's SCT. Now this is now considered a separate cluster of ADHD-like symptom. So it's not practically linked with ADHD fully, but it's also still put under ADHD based on psychology. So the key features, daydreaming, where the child sit down just lost. Now I had a situation where a girl in a polytechnic in Delta State called me then and said what happens to her in class is that she sits down, she knows when the lecturer comes in, but she doesn't know what she's even thinking about. She can't tell you that this is what made me travel and come back. But it's when she now starts hearing movement all around her, she realizes, when did the teacher go? What did the lecturer teach? What did I write? She realized she did nothing. Like she's gone. She can't even tell you that this is what I was thinking about. Okay? And I know, when I was assessing, I was like, okay, so how did you pass primary? How did you pass secondary? She said then, because she went to a rich man's school now, so her classmates used to always help her write, her teacher used to help her write, and they didn't see it as an issue. They seen it more as she's always too distracted, not knowing that it was going to affect her in her polytechnic. She's better now though. Slow to respond, like when you say something, because their cognitive skill is sluggish, so it drags. So it might be on number 4 question, and they are still thinking of number 1. Mental fog, tiredness, confusion, difficulty processing verbal instructions. So they are more into either auditory or written instructions, not what you say. Because by the time you are saying it, when you say, okay, now go out open this door, go out, go to the 3rd room, go and meet this social person and 3rd person too, they are lost. They don't know what you're talking about. It's only the first instruction they hear or the last one, and they're wondering, okay, so what should I do in between? So this is often seen in girls, okay, and on undiagnosed children. So it mostly shows when they become adults. It's just, you don't have mental fog, and some they blame it on, oh, because I gave birth to a child, I became a mother. No, it's been there, it just went undiagnosed. Okay, so that's why it's not really put under ADHD, because they say it's not really seen in children. Yeah, and then the next one is ADHD sensory seeking. We'll talk about this well under our sensory integration class. So this often overlaps with autism, sensory overload, sensory avoidance, touch seeking, noise sensitivity, difficulty filtering sensory inputs. So these ones are also, children are seen as stubborn or difficult, but it's not that. They are just going through a whole lot. Okay, they're going through a whole lot. Now the next one is ADHD, high IQ, gifted max type. That's why I know they will say, oh, this child is very brilliant. No, it's not under ADHD. Autism to have that, but we call that autistic savant. Autistic savant is a French word. But under ADHD, they are the one they are called the gifted ones. So people say special need, they are listed, and then under the special need, there's the gifted one. That's a lie. They fall under each category. ADHD has its own, autism has its own. So these ones, even dyslexia has theirs too. So these ones they have strong reasoning, strong creativity. So this often hide their ADHD symptoms. You will not notice because they're always like, they're always there. They speak well, they think well, they reason well, they are creative, they're always leading. But what they have is poor organization or poor attention skill. So this child is very intelligent, but will never bring back a book from the school, from the home to the school. Or this child will take something outside and misplace it. So this one too often go undiagnosed until adulthood. And the next, number 7, is anxiety masked type. This type is where it hides behind anxiety. The child is overthinking, fear of making mistakes. I'm a very perfectionist. ADHD, they worry you. You know, when the part where they say, oh, you know, it's what's it called now? It's my temperament. Some are not temperament, some are anxiety marks. That you don't want to fail because you are scared of failing. So you're not even studying at all because you don't want to fail. That's not perfectionism or perfectionism. That is, you're maxing a type of ADHD. Okay, so you're avoiding tasks, emotional sensitivity, any little thing gets to you, and it's often misdiagnosed also again as anxiety, but it's ADHD anxiety marked type. So can you see that ADHD moved from 3 types and was stretched into 7 types? So I'd like you to actually go through your slides. Don't just read, study. Don't just study, digest, then personalize it. So these are the support you can give to children like this. Short structured sessions. Use visual schedules. Visual schedules, you can see it also on Pinterest. You're not mentioning Pinterest all through. Pinterest gives you anything you need. Okay, go to Pinterest. Either videos or slides, it will give you. Timer. There's this sun timer that I have. Very tiny thing. I bought it 900 naira. You turn it. It has 10 seconds, minutes. It has, as in based on category, so you can buy the box or you can just buy one and use during your class. Movement breaks. There's a book I wrote on movement break. Not actually, it's ready, set, reset. And it's a movement breaks. I think it's 40 pages, but it's all about including movement breaks in your classroom as a teacher or as a saying this thing. The break tasks into tiny steps, like give one instruction per time. Use reward charts and token system. I think you learn about that in your behavioral session. Teach emotional regulation. Noise cancelling headphones if the child has to focus. Hands-on activities instead of only worksheets. Then for older children, teach organization skill. No, I will not do my class without self-reflection tasks. And so number 1, what type of ADHD or which ADHD type do you feel most confident supporting? Number 2, which strategy do you use the most? Do you use visual, movement, or reinforcement? You need to think before you answer these questions. Then how do you currently manage impulsive behavior? The ones that you always say, oh, you said the question I have now is this. Who knows it? The child not even say me. The child just say, the answer is and you're like, or the child that you're talking to say, yes, it's true. And you say, was I talking to you? Okay. And so that goes like that. Then what structure could you add to your next ADHD therapy session? Right? 5 to 8 lines. This will help you plan your next therapy session. Sorry for what it pops up. I didn't put on my D&D before recording this, and this will happen again. Once again, I'm Pastor Ige, the anointed teacher. And yes, you can teach and grow rich. Mrs. Otas read the book. Okay, see you in the next slide.